Just where is one of NASA principals, Kalonzo Musyoka? Since the handshake between President Uhuru Kenyatta and NASA leader Raila Odinga, Kalonzo seems to have taken a back seat from the political limelight. What is he up to? Our senior political affairs reporter, Chris Thairo, spoke to some of his close political allies and filed the following report.
Lakini Kalonzo ako na sisi. Kalonzo ataapishwa baadaye.
It will mark the beginning of the breakup of the once vibrant political formation, NASA, after the three principals skipped the January 30th controversial oathing ceremony. And slightly over 2 months, the NASA leader Raila Odinga will warm up to a handshake with his newfound political friend, President Uhuru Kenyatta, a move that has seen Raila's running mate, Kalonzo Musyoka, isolated from the whole equation. And so, where is Kalonzo Musyoka, and what has he been up to?
Of course, Kalonzo Musyoka wants to be president. As far as we are concerned in Wiper, we are working day and night to make that dream succeed.
If Kalonzo is not going to be supported by any of his friends who are in NASA, they do so early, so that then Kalonzo prepares himself either to contest on his own, or, like I have said, he is at liberty to join forces with other political outfits.
Given that there was a pre-election agreement in NASA that ODM party will support Kalonzo Musyoka's presidential bid under the umbrella of NASA coalition, Kalonzo's appointment have already started doubting whether Raila Odinga will finally say Kalonzo tosha.
But increasingly, my colleagues in ODM have said it very clearly that they must have a presidential candidate. Raila himself has not been very clear, and I've stated here that he must be himself very clear about this issue.
It is for Honorable former Prime Minister Raila Odinga to decide whether he will honor that MOU or not. We have decided to leave it to his conscience.
With doubts of NASA surviving after the new working formula between NASA leader Raila Odinga and President Uhuru Kenyatta, already Kalonzo has started shopping for fresh alliances that will ensure he gets the presidency come 2022.
We'll knock the door of the deputy president, we'll knock the door of the president, we'll knock the door of Akena Musa Weta. We'll knock doors, and we shall still knock the door of Raila and say, we want our pound of flesh.
The fact of the matter, I don't think President Kalonzo Musyoka will make much headway if he goes on his own. It's not going to work, and it will not work, because whoever he faces is going to be a conglomeration of parties, or several parties, or Ruto himself, in terms of the coalition that is Jubilee itself.
Kalonzo Musyoka, who was once a cabinet minister and KANU Secretary General during the Moi era, a vice president to retired President Mwai Kibaki during the Grand Coalition government after the disputed 2007 general election, and a running mate twice to opposition leader Raila Odinga. His appointment believed that this time round, Raila should back his presidential bid come 2022. The last political function that Kalonzo held was 2 months ago during the Ukambani Leaders Forum that resolved to start sourcing for funds in a bid to facilitate Kalonzo's campaigns in 2022. Chris Thairo, KTN News.
The Principal Secretary for Crops Development, Richard Lesiampe, has tabled before the National Assembly's Public Accounts Committee